All right, let's talk about something huge. Why your $1,000 car payment is actually costing you 4 grand. Yeah, you heard me right. We're going to pull back the curtain on some math that car dealerships are praying you never ever figure out. Let's get into it. I want you to picture this, okay? It's late, almost 9 o'clock at night. You're sitting in that little finance office at the car dealership. The lights are way too bright, and you're exhausted. You've been haggling for hours. And then the finance guy, he slides that piece of paper across the desk, and you see it. $1,043 a month. And your brain just goes into overdrive, trying to make that number make sense. You sign it, right? Because what else are you going to do? It feels like what everyone does. But I'm here to tell you it's not normal, not even close. So what are you really signing up for with that piece of paper? It's so much more than just a car payment. You're actually signing away a huge chunk of your future wealth. It's like this invisible leak in your financial boat, and it's draining you dry without you even realizing it. So let's get into it. Section 1, the $4,000 car payment. We're going to unpack the hidden math of lost wealth. And I'm telling you, once you understand this, you will never look at a car payment the same way again. Okay, so here's the big, crazy claim. A $1,000 monthly car payment doesn't just cost you $1,000. It's actually destroying about $4,000 of your future wealth every single month. Now look, I know that sounds absolutely insane, like some kind of scare tactic, but it's not. It's just simple, powerful math. Let me show you exactly how this works. The whole secret to this is a concept called opportunity cost. And really, it's just a fancy way of saying that when you choose to spend your money on one thing, you're also choosing not to do all the other things you could have done with it. So that money you're sending to the car company, it's not just gone. What's also gone is all the money it could have been making for you if you had put it to work somewhere else, like in an investment. So let's think about the timeline here. We're saying that the average dollar you spend on a car payment has about 15 years of potential growth time. Now, why 15 years? Well, think about it. You're probably going to be making car payments for most of your working life, right? So the money you spend in your 20s has like 30 or 40 years to grow. The money you spend in your 40s has less time. When you average it all out across a career, it comes to about 15 years of missed compounding time for that money. And this is where the magic, or maybe the tragedy, happens. Check this out. If you take one single dollar today and you invest it, and it gets about a 10% average annual return, which is roughly the historical average of the stock market, in 15 years, that $1 turns into $4.18. It's the power of compounding. So now do the math. That $1,000 car payment you're making isn't just $1,000 vanishing. No. It's really $4,180 of your future self's money that you're just giving away. Okay, math is one thing, but let's make this real. Let's look at a tale of two lives. We've got two coworkers, they make two different choices and end up with two completely different destinies. All right, so let's meet our guys. We've got Jake, he's 29, and Marcus, he's 31. They work at the same company, they make almost the same salary. Everything's pretty much identical, but here's where their paths split. Jake decides he's tired of looking broke, so he goes out and finances a brand new $42,000 truck. His payment? $780 a month straight to the bank. Marcus, on the other hand, buys a sensible used $16,000 sedan. And that $780 that Jake is sending to the bank, Marcus decides to send that same amount every single month straight into his investment account. So you can imagine how this plays out, right? In year one, you can't even tell the difference. Their net worth is basically the same. Jake's got a nice new truck, and Marcus has a growing number in an account. But then you hit year 10. And suddenly you start to see Marcus's account pulling away. By year 20, it's not even a gap anymore, it's a chasm. And after 30 years, these two guys are living in completely different financial worlds, all because of that one single choice that Jake kept making every 6 years when he bought a new car. So, fast forward 30 years. Jake is now 59. He's been working hard his whole life, making that truck payment month after month, year after year. He logs into his retirement account to see what he's got to show for it. $184,000. That's it. Meanwhile, on that exact same day, Marcus logs into his investment account, the one he's been funding with his car payment for 3 decades. And what does he see? $1,582,342. The difference is it's breathtaking. Let's be crystal clear about what happened here. The difference between them is almost $1.4 million. That's the amount of wealth that Jake destroyed. Not by gambling, not through a stock market crash, no.
He destroyed it by making the comfortable, normal choice every 6 years. He just bled it out, one car payment at a time.
And believe it or not, it gets worse. The true cost of driving something nice is way more than just the payment. Let's talk about the other hidden costs. Okay, think about car insurance. When you have a loan on your car, the bank makes you get expensive full coverage insurance. Why? Because it's not really your car yet. It's their asset, and they want it protected. But Marcus, he owns his car outright, so he can get much cheaper liability-only insurance. That difference, we're talking maybe $100 a month. Over 30 years, that alone is tens of thousands of dollars that Marcus had free to invest, and Jake didn't. And then there are the invisible costs, the stuff that doesn't show up on a bank statement. We're talking about the constant mental stress of having that huge payment hanging over your head every single month. It means you can't take risks, you can't leave that job you hate because you're trapped, you're inflexible. Marcus had the freedom to change jobs, to start a side hustle, to take chances, a freedom that Jake's truck payments simply wouldn't allow. All right, so this is where we have to bust a huge myth. Because we're all programmed to think that rich people drive fancy, expensive cars, right? Well, let's look at what the wealthy actually drive. The real data might just blow your mind. Check out this chart. It looks at households earning more than $250,000 a year. These are high-income people. And 61% of them, 61%, are driving Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords, the exact same kind of cars Marcus would drive. They could absolutely afford the BMW or the Mercedes, but they don't buy it. You know why? Because they understand the difference between being wealthy and just looking wealthy. They choose the former every time. And it's not just high earners, it's actual millionaires. Studies of over 10,000 of them show the same thing. The typical millionaire drives a car that's at least a couple years old. They paid around $30,000 for it, and they almost always pay with cash. Now get this. While that's happening, 86% of the people you see driving luxury cars are not millionaires. They're Jakes. They're playing a part, and it's costing them their future.
Okay, I know. This can all feel kind of heavy, maybe even a little depressing, but listen, the goal here is not to make you feel guilty. The goal is to give you a playbook, a simple plan to reclaim your financial future and win this game. So let's talk about how to do it. It's a 3-step plan, and it's dead simple. Step 1, if you have a car loan right now, you need to get mad at it. Pay it off as fast as you possibly can. Throw everything you've got at it. Step 2, when you need a car, buy smart. That means a 3 to 5-year-old reliable car, a Toyota, a Honda, something that's already taken that massive initial depreciation hit. And step 3, this is the most important part of the whole thing, the moment that car is paid off, you keep the payment. You change the name on the check. Instead of sending it to the bank, you set up an automatic transfer for that exact same amount every single month into a simple investment like a low-cost index fund. You pay yourself first. When you boil it all down, it comes back to this one simple fact. Jake and Marcus needed a car to do the same things. Get to work, get groceries, visit family. Both of their cars did the job perfectly. But one choice, just one single decision repeated every few years, created a $1.4 million wealth gap between them. One car just cost a fortune more. So if you remember nothing else, remember this. Every single financial decision you make, every single one, is either buying your freedom or it's buying your prison. That car payment is not just a number, it's a vote for your future freedom or a vote for a financial prison. So I want to leave you with one final question. When you look at your car keys, which one are they for? Are they the keys to your freedom or the keys to your prison?